Hi, welcome to the video series for Women Creating Our Futures. I'm very excited about this because, ladies, I think it's our time to grow, time to shift, time to expand and bring our brilliance to the planet. And that's why I'm interviewing extraordinary women. Today I want you to meet Nadine Roberts-Cornish. She's the founder of the Caregiver's Guardian, LLC. She served many years in public health and for 7 years has been supporting people through this organization, supporting caregivers to learn how to take care of themselves while they're taking care of others. She is also the author of the newly released Tears in My Gumbo, a caregiver's recipe for resilience. Please welcome Nadine.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. Hello, everyone.
I'm so glad that you're here.
I am just honored to have been asked, and I'm thrilled to be here.
So I want you to tell our audience, you know, how you got here a little bit, because this wasn't your plan 20 years ago to be doing this work.
Not at all. This was not the vision that I had for my life. I was in public health education. I was working on social marketing campaigns, and I was really having a lot of fun doing the things that I wanted to do. And then life happened. My mother suffered a massive tumor, and life as we knew it changed completely. I became her primary caregiver and moved forward with the task of being advocate and ensuring that she received the quality and caliber of life that she deserved.
Right. And that took a lot, right? I mean, it changed your way of being.
Absolutely. It made me understand the importance of what's really important. And especially when it comes to our loved ones, and what is the decision that we make in terms of caring for them, in terms of being there and supporting them when they need us most.
And what have you found that is the biggest challenge for caregivers?
There are a lot of them. But the biggest challenge, I think, for caregivers is understanding the necessity to take care of self and to create, if not balance, harmony within their lives as they go about the journey of caring for their loved one.
Yeah, so you wrote this book, and I want to show everybody the book, but what has Gumbo got to do with caregiving?
Gumbo's got everything to do with caregiving. Gumbo is the consummate, comfort food. It reminds you of home. It is nurturing, supportive, soul cherishing, actually. And Gumbo, for me, being from New Orleans, Creole girl, a gumbo is so much more than chicken soup. It's so much more than a stew. It is prepared in community, typically, ideally, with the dominant ingredient being that of love. And then it's a hodgepodge of all different types of ingredients, great seasonings, seafoods, chicken, other types of meat. And it all comes together to create a harmony and a blend of aromatic, delicious exceptionalism.
So I'm a caregiver and I'm struggling. So what would my life gumbo be?
Your life gumbo. Your life gumbo is recognizing that multiple facets and ingredients are needed to accomplish the task. You can't do it by yourself. That if there is family to tap into your family. If your family is extended friends, church, community, tap into them. Ask for help. Accept help when help is offered. That's a really essential aspect of understanding the fact that no matter who it is you're caring for, that support is needed.
Yeah. And you know, I mean, I know you're a coach, you're a freedom coach, and you've changed your life drastically in the last 2 years. And I would love for you to tell the women how, you know, what was the catalyst and what were the steps you took to change your life? Because you're doing a lot. And in the last year, the launching of the book and the website and bringing yourself more visible in the world. Talk about that a little bit, because there's a lot of people looking at this who are going, I'm a little afraid to jump out there.
Absolutely. I lost a mentor about 25 years ago. This man was just a phenomenal individual. And 25 years ago, he asked me the question, why are you playing small? And I never fully answered that question. Last year at our annual What Will Set You Free coaching retreat, our coach, this one right here, asked the question, what is it that you have on the back burner that the world is waiting for? And I knew instantly what it was. And for me, it was this. This had been 8 years in the making, and it had been on the back burner. And when you asked that question, I knew it was time to move forward and make this happen. And that question that had been asked of me 25 years ago, why am I continuing to play small? I really had to answer it. And I had to recognize that this was one facet of what it was that I had to do. And so in April of 2015, I took it off the back burner and I began being intentional about getting this project done.
Yeah, and I just want to say to you all, intentional she has been. I mean, we've done some work together. She's gotten clear about her steps. She's connected with people that are professional in certain areas. She's invested in herself. And it has been extraordinary for me to witness the ways in which you have said yes to yourself and kept going forward. And I wanted you to tell the women and the people looking at this about those fear moments.
Oh gosh, the fear is real. The fear is real, it is paralyzing, and you just simply get to that point in your life when you realize that I'm gonna do it regardless of the fear, in spite of the fact that I'm terrified. And there have been many moments, and there have been many times when I've been face to face with you, terrified of what was next, like when I asked you to review the manuscript of the book. And then I said, I want you to review the manuscript, and then I want you to see if you might write the foreword. Because when I completed the book, I knew that you were the person to write the foreword for the book. But I was scared to death to ask her.
And let me tell you all my experience, because she sent it to me and I was getting on a plane. And while I'm on the plane, I'm reading this and I'm thinking, oh, this is amazing. So I didn't answer her saying, yes, I would write the foreword. I wrote the foreword and I emailed it to her when I landed.
Yes. And so I know that she's received the manuscript. I know she's leaving for New York. I know that is the window where she's going to read this manuscript. And I've just got my fingers crossed that she's okay with the book. And the next morning in my inbox is the actual foreword. And that is when things really got real. And I became more terrified than I had been. Because if Cynthia's now written the foreword for this, number one, it means I got to do it. She's not going to let me off the hook. There is nothing, there's no back door. There's no escaping what it is that I was put here to do. And one of the things that I was put here to do was to complete this manuscript and present it to the world. And I am so grateful for your, let's see, how alphabetically, let's see. You know, Cynthia's no joke, and it takes a lot of courage to have her and to even ask her to serve as a coach, because when she does, she requires so much of you. And she requires the excellence and the full range of who you are.
Well, thank you, I think. What I want to say about that is that I really believe that where I am today is because people saw me and pushed me past my comfort zone.
Yes.
And that's what I think a coach is. It's someone who literally says, I see you and I'm not going to let you backpedal. I'm going to have you stand in the fullness of who you are. So I want to know, before we close, what do you want to tell women? What's the one thing you want to say to them so that they really get how important they are?
Cynthia says it all the time. There is only one you. There is no other duplicate. You are exclusively and exceptionally who you are. And you are here with a purpose. And once you know that purpose, you must walk and live that purpose.
Beautiful. I want to thank you for being here and sharing. You're so brilliant. And anybody looking, here's the book, Tears in My Gumbo, A Caregiver's Recipe for Resilience. And I just want to say, you have either been a caregiver, you are one now, or you will be one. Yes. Get this book. Thanks so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Cynthia.
And thanks, everybody. Please stay tuned to the next videos. There are some extraordinary women, as are you. Go out and live big.